I think it's safe to say that we've all had mornings where we stayed in bed all day, woke up to our alarms, went back to sleep, and scrolled on our phones until 12 p.m. This was me about 1 week ago, and I really wanted to change everything, so I asked myself, what can I do to make 2023 a better year? And this is what I came up with. Internal glow up. Step 1 is to wake up early. I woke up around 5:30 a.m. and it was hard, but I did my morning stretches and I tried really hard not to go on my phone other than to turn off my alarm. I allowed myself to sleep in a little bit, but not too late, and by a little bit, I mean 0.5 seconds. Then I finally decided to get up and going into step 2, which is making my bed. Making your bed is something really productive in the morning, and it's something I always do right away because it gets my body really into having a productive morning, which I think is very, very important, so I always do that. Step 3 is to tidy up and get your room or apartment or house ready. So I like to work in a very lit space, so I turned on all my lights and put on my candles and made the room very cozy. Step 4 is to get ready. So I brushed my teeth and washed my face. Personally, I like doing this after I make my bed and tidy up my apartment and get everything ready just so I could come back to a nice workspace. But right here, you just see me washing my hands and washing my face. I like to put cold water on my face in the morning because it wakes me up. Next is step 5, stay hydrated. I can't stress this enough. Staying hydrated is so important, and I drink this throughout the day. Step 6, we have work. So here I'm catching up on some emails that I had to answer for brands and sponsorships and stuff like that, and just replying to the emails that I had to reply to. Next we have step 7, which is journaling. Journaling is something I am very, very passionate about, and I want to stress how important this is, so I want you guys to stop right here, whoever you are, and I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Number 1, how did my year go this year? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? Was it great? Write it down. Really take a minute to reflect on your year. Number 2, am I happy with where I currently am right now? Number 3, what can I do better in 2023? And number 4, if I can physically and mentally change something in my life, what would it be? I know it may seem silly, but writing down and reflecting your thoughts about your year will actually set you up for a really good year next year. So that is what I'm currently doing, and then I go right into planning. For planning, I really like to write down everything that I need to do throughout the day. It sets me up for a successful day, which I am very, very passionate about. Number 8, I have make a healthy breakfast. I know it's not good to drink caffeine right in the morning when I wake up, so I like to drink it a little later after I've done part of my routine, and then I go into actually making my coffee. Here it was obviously a little later, not 5:30 in the morning, so I somewhat got it good. Then I'm making some eggs and also some toast. This is a healthy breakfast in my opinion. Personally in the morning, I'm not a huge fan of breakfast, but I know it's really important to eat breakfast, so I eat something as light as possible. Step 9, I have take my vitamins, and step 10, which is take a shower. Now we are going to go into a external glow up. It is now the external part of this video. I have to be careful about what I said because in the last video I made about this, I said outternal. Obviously the word is not outternal, it is external, and everyone was like, Sam, it's not outternal, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know, I'm so sorry. So now we are into the external glow up, and I'm going to walk you through my makeup routine and tell you guys a little bit about how my 2022 went and what I expect to go different for 2023. Now, before I get into talking, I do want to say that obviously this is going to be different for everyone. This is just kind of like my take on how you can make 2023 a better year for you. I showed you guys the internal glow up, which I think is very, very important. I think glowing up internally is something that is more effective than glowing up externally, but it's also important to feel good about yourself on the outside. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean simply just putting on a nice, cute outfit or something that makes you comfortable, that you are going to feel like you're thriving in, whether it's sweatpants, a gym outfit, pajamas, or a cute outfit to go out. It does not matter. It's whatever makes you happy. Now, personally for me, what makes me happy is dressing up really cute, so that is what I'm going to do. But again, I want to emphasize that it's really only about what makes you happy when you are doing these internal and external glow ups. So yes, some of the things that I do might be identical to what you do to make you happy and to make you feel better, and you might add some things. Like for example, normally I would go to the gym and work out, but I'm not feeling my best, and I learned to listen to my body. So in order order to listen to my body, I skipped that part. But normally I would do that, so maybe you would add that into your routine as well. But it's just stuff like that, like adding little things into your routine that will help you feel better internally and also externally. When you feel better internally, you also will see results on the outside and feel better externally, whether it's just waking up early, staying off your phone, going to the gym. I promise you'll see results on both sides. So let's get into my makeup. I got a few new products that I'm really excited about that I want to share with you guys. The first thing we are going to do is obviously foundation. Now for foundation, I use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I've been using this for so long and I literally love it. I won't change foundations just because I have very sensitive skin and I'm scared to change my foundations just because I do tend to break out a lot when I change products that go on my face. So that's why you will always see me using this product. But I also like really like it and I think it does wonders for coverage and everything like that. Like I don't even use concealer because I like this so much and I think it does a perfect job at covering everything up. But what I wanted to talk about is how my 2022 went. So in the beginning of 2022, I was actually in college. I went to Seton Hall University. Also, please don't come at me for the way I do my makeup. I know I don't do certain things right, but I promise it'll look good at the end. And in my opinion, that's all that matters, but I know I don't do it right. I'm not good at makeup, so just want to put that out there. However, I think the products that I use a lot of people will like. So what I was saying was 2022, I was in my last semester of college and I was going through it. This time last year was a very hard time for me. I have a lot going on family-wise with my grandpa being very sick and he's unfortunately no longer with us, but it was just a very, very sad and hard time for me because me and my grandpa were very close and I took that very hardly. So it was an interesting time for me to try and be okay through, and as time went by, it did get easier. But what I'm trying to explain is that my last semester of school was very hard for me, and that was 2022, so that was January, and then things started to actually get a lot better. I graduated college and then I actually started a new job in September, and the whole summer I was having the time of my life. It was really fun. And then I started work, and for those of you who don't know, I'm an accountant and I do auditing and I work at a Big 4 company and it is stressful. I'm obviously very fortunate to be there. I am not complaining in any way. I just want to put that out there. However, it is hard and I feel like a lot of people will just expect it to be hard, and obviously I did expect it to be hard, but I didn't expect it to be as hard as it actually is. You know, people always say when you go into the job or when you go into any job, you're not really gonna know what you're doing and you're not expected to. But in my head, I was thinking, I have an accounting degree. I have to understand something. When I tell you from the start, I actually did not know what was going on. I was so stressed out, and to this day, I'm still really confused. Thankfully, I'm on a really good team, so they do help me a lot, and obviously they understand that I'm new and no one knows what they're doing when you start out, but right now I'm very stressed out. Looking back on 2022, I wouldn't say I would necessarily change anything. However, I think the only thing I would alter is my expectations for my job and how I went about that stress. Next things next, I usually use the Charlotte Tilbury contour, but I ran out recently, so I've been using this little palette, and it's the Tartelette Juicy Tarte palette, and I'm just going to put that where contour goes, but I'm not really good at applying contour, so I just try my best. And I've been telling myself that's all we can really ask for, to try my best. So I put it a little on my forehead, a little by my cheekbones, and then I try to put it by my nose, but it doesn't really usually work, but we're just gonna do that. Then for highlight, I literally just use the eyeshadow all the time, and I use this, and I just put it right above the contour. So I go like this, and then I put a little on my nose and a little like right here above my lip. I forget what that is called, but that's where I put it. And then I just blend that all out with like a powder brush. It's been an interesting time for me right now. I am definitely happy in a lot of aspects of my life, but there's also a lot that I have to figure out and learn how to manage stress better and learn how to get better with sleeping earlier and everything like that. I talked about this in one of my other vlogs. Sometimes my job makes me go to sleep very late and I'll work like 12-hour days, and then other times I'll work the normal 8-hour days. So it really depends on how busy we are and what is going on at work, but sometimes it could be very stressful. Next things next, I'm using the Studio Fix from MAC, and this is the Studio Fix Foundation foundation in the shade NC20. I've been using this literally since high school and I love it. I think it's very good. However, I do also use the translucent powder sometimes, but I ran out a while ago and I just never got a new one because I do think that this still does the job and I don't want to buy a new one if I don't have to. Next things next, I have this Rare Beauty little liquid blush and I saw it trending, so I wanted to give it a try. However, I don't really know how to apply it. I think you just like go like that. I don't know if that's too much. That's what I do. I also put like a little there. I don't know if a lot of people do that, but I just blend that out. It's really just taking it day by day and trying to figure out ways that I can better manage my stress, if that makes sense. I actually think that worked, so maybe that's how you do it. And then I just usually go over with this brush again and I just blend it in a little more just to get everything that the Beauty Blender did not. Now we are going to move on to eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I use this little Glossier Boy Brow and I literally love it. There's no product in it anymore, but I just use it to comb my eyebrows out and it holds them in place. When I tell you guys I've had this literally since 2 Christmases ago, it's insane. I know that's not good, but there's no product in it and I did wash it off, so it's very clean. I just use it to hold my eyebrows in place as like a brush. Next, we're going to do eyeshadow. Now for eyeshadow, I'm going to try something different. I'm using the same palette. This is the Tartelette Juicy Tarte palette and I really like the colors. Like I was saying, 2022 was good. I really liked it, but there are some things that I want to change for 2023. I think the biggest thing I want to change for 2023 is learning obviously how to manage my stress better and also learning how to not let things bother me as much. I'm a very sensitive person and a lot of things bother me and I don't want to say that's a problem because it's not. My emotions do matter and I know how I feel does matter. That's something I will continue to say. I know that that matters, but also I know that there's things that should be worked on and certain things shouldn't bother me as much as they do. And a lot of it does come from my past and things that occurred in my past. So like situations that I went through and stuff like that, and it shouldn't still be present when I'm dealing with different situations. So I'm trying to work on that for sure. If you don't know, I do get anxious a lot and I think that learning how to do certain things will definitely help me. So that's another thing I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to use the same color that I used before, which is called Reflect. And I'm going to put a little bit in the corner of my eye just to make my eye shimmer. And then I'm using the color Shine and I'm just going to put it right here on my eye. And then I'm just going to blend it out the best that I can. I saw this girl put white eyeliner under her eyes and I ordered it, but it's not here yet. So unfortunately I can't do that, but I do really want to try that out because it looks so pretty. Her name is Alex. I'm literally obsessed with her content. I love it. Next things next, I'm going to use the e.l.f. eyeliner and I'm just going to put that on both my eyes. Not going to lie, I cannot do that on camera, so I'll be right back. Now that my eyeliner's on, I'm just going to use this Speak Volume mascara and I'm going to put it on my eyelashes. Basically what I want to improve on is how I look at myself and also how I react to certain situations. I think it's really important for me to understand that not everything is going to matter in the bigger picture of things. So for example, if I have a bad day, I have to remember that that's not going to matter in a year from now. I will be okay, and I want to remind all of you that you will be okay as well. I know that hard times can be very, very difficult, and obviously that is 100% valid, but just try to remember that you are not alone and there are people that care. So just please keep that in mind. But those are just some things that I want to improve upon in 2023. I think it's a really good idea to always have a list of things that you want to do better, but also remember to congratulate yourself. Like there is obviously things that I did really well in 2022 that I am proud of myself for, and I literally wrote a list before and wrote it all out. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, journaling. If you are big on journaling, I would recommend writing down things that you did good. When I tell you, when you also congratulate yourself and become proud of yourself for things that you did correct and things that you wanted to improve, it is a game changer because it allows you to feel good about yourself, which is so important. And then yes, you can obviously critique yourself. You can obviously write things down that you want to improve on. I think self-improvement is a very good thing and I do it for myself all the time. But you also want to reward yourself and remind yourself that you did do good things as well. It really helps with confidence, and I'm a big person on confidence. I think everyone deserves to have confidence and deserves to feel good about themselves, so that's why I'm recommending that, just because it helped me out so much. Next, I'm going to use the Tarte Juicy Lip Plump, and I am using it in the shade Primrose. I really, really like this shade a lot, and I've been seeing it everywhere, and I finally found it, and I'm so excited about it. So let's give this a try. Oh my gosh, I love it already. Wait, that's so pretty. Love this one. I also got it in the color pink and another one as well that I can't remember. Then to go over this, all I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of the Glossier Clear lip gloss and put it on my lips. I'm going to use this right here and I'm going to put this lip gloss plumper on my lips as well. That's all I do for makeup. Now for my hair, usually I would straighten it, but it's kind of wavy right now and I'm kind of liking it. So I might just try to style it. Like, I don't think that looks bad. I actually kind of think that looks cute. I have my jewelry on already, as you guys can see. This is from Ana Luisa. I love it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Only other thing I would do is pick out an outfit, but I'm going to do that later because I don't know what I'm doing today yet, and my outfit depends on what I'm doing. But with all that being said, that's about it for this video. I want to remind you guys that you are amazing, you are beautiful, and please don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Comment down below what you want to go good for 2023, and I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye guys.